tragic case of JonBenét Ramsey has captivated the world for decades. On Christmas night in 1996, a bright and talented 6-year-old girl was brutally murdered in her own home. Yet 28 years later, her case remains unsolved, clouded by controversy, errors, and unanswered questions. Why does this mystery persist? In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into 10 critical mistakes that derailed the investigation, mistakes that still haunt the search for justice today. The first misstep, a failure to secure the crime scene. After JonBenét's parents reported her missing on December 26, 1996, the Boulder police treated the Ramsey home as a potential kidnapping site. Friends and family were invited to the house, moving around freely while comforting the Ramseys. John Ramsey and his friend Fleet White even searched parts of the house themselves. Police oversight allowed possible evidence, like footprints or fibers, to be disturbed or destroyed. The ransom note is one of the most perplexing aspects of this case. Patsy Ramsey found it on the stairs early in the morning and picked it up. This note, which was later determined to have been written on a pad from inside the Ramsey home, contained 372 words, far longer than typical ransom demands. It's believed to be staged, but crucial details like fingerprints or fiber evidence were compromised due to improper handling. Another shocking error was the delay in thoroughly searching the house. It wasn't until 7 hours after police arrived that John Ramsey, alongside Fleet White, went into the basement and discovered JonBenét's body. She was found with her wrist bound, duct tape on her mouth, and a garrote made from a paintbrush handle. Instead of leaving the body undisturbed, John carried her upstairs, contaminating vital evidence in the process. Behind the scenes, tension between the Boulder Police and the District Attorney's Office led to conflicting approaches. While police believed the Ramseys were primary suspects, the DA's office pushed for a broader investigation. This lack of unity delayed decisions, such as obtaining search warrants and pursuing alternative leads. The investigation's early focus on John and Patsy Ramsey created tunnel vision. Detectives theorized that the murder was an accidental death covered up to look like a kidnapping. This theory dominated the media and public opinion, sidelining other possibilities. For example, a broken window in the basement and a suitcase found nearby suggested a potential intruder, but this theory wasn't fully explored until years later. The forensic analysis in the Ramsey case was plagued by mistakes. DNA evidence found under JonBenét's fingernails and on her clothing was initially inconclusive. It wasn't until 2008 that advanced testing cleared the Ramsey family based on this DNA. However, by then, much of the physical evidence had degraded, limiting its potential to identify other suspects. From day one, the media frenzy surrounding JonBenét's murder influenced the case. Sensational headlines, leaked details, and unverified rumors painted the Ramseys as guilty. This public pressure not only affected the investigation, but also turned the case into a spectacle, overshadowing the search for truth. The interrogations of John and Patsy Ramsey were another missed opportunity. Despite being central figures in the case, they were not formally questioned until 4 months later. When the interviews did take place, they were conducted with attorneys present and lacked the depth needed to clarify inconsistencies in their statements. In 1999, a grand jury convened to examine the case. They voted to indict John and Patsy Ramsey for child abuse resulting in death, but the district attorney declined to prosecute, citing insufficient evidence. The decision wasn't made public until 2013, fueling speculation and frustration about the justice system's handling of the case. Finally, numerous leads that could have cracked the case were ignored or mishandled. For example, a neighbor reported hearing a scream around midnight, but this was not fully investigated. Additionally, reports of suspicious individuals near the Ramsey home before the murder were not pursued aggressively. Despite these setbacks, hope remains. Advances in forensic science and renewed interest in cold cases could one day bring justice for JonBenét. Her story serves as a tragic reminder of how crucial it is to protect and preserve evidence, work collaboratively, and never lose sight of the truth. In November 2024, the Boulder Police Department has shared an update on the ongoing investigation into the murder of JonBenét Ramsey. Chief Steve Redfern stated, "The killing of JonBenét was an unspeakable crime, and this tragedy remains deeply in our hearts. We are steadfast in following every lead and continuing to work with DNA experts and law enforcement partners nationwide until this case is solved." This investigation remains a top priority for the Boulder Police Department. The department also refuted claims that viable evidence or leads, such as DNA testing, have been ignored. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more true crime content. Let's keep the conversation alive and honor JonBenét's memory.